Welcome back to Appreciating Diversity. Now, on last week, we talked a little bit about this thing called diversity and inclusion. But this week, I want to dive deeper into this thing called diversity. And today, we're going to talk about the 5 dimensions of diversity. Now, at the core, diversity is all about our personalities. Now, understand, there's about 7 billion people in the world, and there's 7 billion different personality types. This deals with how we think, how we operate, things that we like, things that we don't like. And so at the core, diversity is all about our differences in our personalities. So understanding that first can really help us bring teams and groups together. Now, as we begin to build on that, I like to call the next level of diversity the internal. Now, the internal, these are things that people can see, and usually people judge us on these internal things. These are things like our ethnicity, our age, our gender or our sex, our nationality, all the things that we can see. Now, understand, at the core is the personality, and then on top of that is the internal, the things that people can see. If we take it one step further, this is what I like to call the external. Now, these are things that we usually can change if we want to. These are things like our geographical location, our job, our socioeconomic status, all those things that make us different, but at the same time, we can change them if we choose to. If we take it to the next level, this is what I like to call the organizational level of diversity. Now, the organizational level, this is the system in which we work that separates us depending on your job, your classification, what type trade you're in, are you a member of the union or are you non-union, how long have you worked there? All of these things bring different levels of diversity to us. And at the very, very top, last but not least, we have what I like to call the era. Now, the era, this is when we were born and the things that we've experienced as a result of life. Now, understand, we have what we like to call the Great Generation. And the Great Generation, they went through world wars. They also understood what it was like for everyone to be poor and hungry going through the Great Depression. Now, their mentality is a lot different than my 7 and 10-year-old who will lose their mind if they don't have Wi-Fi for 10 minutes. So understand, that's another level of diversity, all based on when we were born and what we experienced in life. So when you look at this thing called diversity, it's a lot beneath the surface. It's not only about race and skin color, it's about our jobs, it's about our socioeconomic status, where we lived, how we were born, where we were raised. Now, all of those things factor in how you and I are different. But at the same time, it brings value to the team, and it's important for great leaders to understand that difference and understand how the difference makes us better and use it to bring the team to the best level possible that we can tend to be. So this is Alex Willis reminding you to continue appreciating diversity. This week, I want you to analyze those 5 areas to see where you may be struggling with bringing and accepting differences. Again, this is Alex Willis reminding you to get off the sideline, get in the game, and win.